There was a time when nobody talked about what food could do at the cellular level. You ate what tasted good. You trusted what was on the shelf. But now science is catching up to something your body has known all along. Certain foods carry instructions. They talk to your cells. They wake things up that went quiet years ago. And some of them do something most people over 60 have been told is impossible. Here are 10 of them. Blueberries. Let's start with something small, humble, and easy to overlook. The blueberry. You've probably heard they're good for you. But what you may not know is why researchers keep coming back to this one fruit above almost all others. Blueberries are packed with compounds called anthocyanins. These are the pigments that give them that deep blue color. And those anthocyanins do something remarkable inside your body. They activate a process called autophagy. That's your body's way of cleaning house. Old damaged cells get broken down and recycled when autophagy is working well. Your stem cells function better. They stay protected. They last longer. At the same time, anthocyanins reduce a compound called vascular endothelial growth factor. Cancer tumors need new blood vessels to feed themselves and grow. This compound helps them build those vessels. Blueberries slow that process down. A handful a day, that's all it takes to get these compounds working inside you. Broccoli sprouts. Now this next one might surprise you. Not broccoli itself, though that's good too. We're talking about broccoli sprouts. These tiny shoots contain up to 50 times more of a compound called sulforaphane than mature broccoli. Sulforaphane is one of the most studied plant chemicals in cancer research. It activates a pathway in your cells called NRF2. Think of NRF2 as a master switch for your body's defense system. When it turns on, your cells produce more antioxidant enzymes. They repair DNA more efficiently. And here's the part that matters most after 60. Sulforaphane has been shown to support the renewal of stem cells in the gut lining. Your gut replaces its entire lining roughly every 5 days. That takes a lot of stem cell activity. Broccoli sprouts help keep that process strong. You can grow them on your kitchen counter in a jar. They're ready in about 5 days and cost almost nothing green tea. And that's just the beginning, because one of the most powerful stem cell supporters is something millions of people already drink every morning. Green tea contains a compound called EGCG. It stands for epigallocatechin galate, but the name doesn't matter. What matters is what it does. EGCG has been shown in published studies to support the self-renewal of stem cells in bone marrow. These are the cells that produce your blood and immune cells. After 60, this production slows dramatically. Your immune system weakens, your ability to fight off abnormal cells, including early cancer cells, declines. EGCG helps keep those bone marrow stem cells active and healthy. It also interferes with cancer cell signaling. Cancer cells communicate with each other to coordinate growth. EGCG disrupts that communication. 2 to 3 cups a day is the amount most often used in clinical research. Turmeric. Few people know this one at the level they should. Turmeric has been used for thousands of years, but only recently have researchers discovered how its active compound, curcumin, affects stem cells and cancer biology. Curcumin targets something called cancer stem cells. These are not regular cancer cells, they're the stubborn ones, the ones that survive treatment and cause cancer to come back. Standard treatments often miss them. Curcumin has been shown to reduce the activity of these cancer stem cells across multiple types of cancer in laboratory studies. At the same time, curcumin supports healthy stem cell function in normal tissue. It reduces chronic inflammation, which is one of the biggest enemies of stem cell. Health after 60. There's a catch though. Curcumin on its own is poorly absorbed, your body struggles to use it. But when you combine it with black pepper, absorption increases dramatically. A pinch of pepper makes all the difference. Extra virgin olive oil. But perhaps the most surprising story belongs to a staple that's been sitting in kitchens for generations. Extra virgin olive oil. Not refined, not light. The real thing, cold pressed with that peppery bite at the back of your throat. That bite comes from a compound called oleocanthal. Researchers discovered it acts on the same inflammatory pathway as ibuprofen, but oleocanthal does something else. It selectively damages cancer cells. In lab studies, it ruptured the waste processing structures inside cancer cells within 30 minutes. Healthy cells were left untouched. They simply went into a temporary pause and recovered completely. Olive oil also contains oleic acid, which supports the membrane health of stem cells. Healthy membranes mean stem cells communicate better, divide more cleanly, and last longer. 2 tablespoons a day, drizzled over food or used in low-heat cooking, gives you enough of these protective compounds. Dark chocolate. Now this next one is going to make you smile. Dark chocolate. But we're talking about the real thing. At least 70% cacao. The higher the better. Cacao is one of the richest food sources of flavonols on the planet. These compounds increase the number of circulating stem cells in your blood. A study out of the University of California found that people who consumed high flavanol cacao had measurably more stem cells circulating in their bloodstream within 2 hours. These circulating stem cells are the ones that repair blood vessel walls, heart tissue, and organs throughout your body. Flavonols also improve blood flow, which matters because stem cells travel through your bloodstream to reach damaged tissue. Better blood flow means faster delivery. At the same time, flavonols reduce oxidative stress, which is one of the main forces that damages DNA and opens the door to cancer. A small square or 2 a day is enough, not a candy bar. Real, dark, slightly bitter chocolate, fatty fish, and then there's the story of omega-3 fatty acids. You've probably heard about them, but you may not know how directly they affect your stem cells. Salmon, sardines, mackerel, and anchovies are the richest sources. The omega-3 fats in these fish, especially one called DHA, get built right into the membranes of your cells, including your stem cells. When stem cell membranes are rich in DHA, they become more flexible. They respond better to repair signals. They divide more efficiently. Omega-3s also powerfully reduce inflammation. Chronic low-grade inflammation is one of the main reasons stem cells burn out prematurely after 60. It forces them out of their protective resting state too early. They get used up and can't be replaced. At the same time, omega-3s starve. Cancer through a different mechanism. They reduce the production of pro-inflammatory molecules that tumors rely on to build their blood supply and spread. 2 to 3 servings of fatty fish per week is what most research points to. Tomatoes. Here's one you probably eat already without knowing what it's really doing for you. Tomatoes are the richest dietary source of lycopene. Lycopene is the pigment that makes them red. It's also one of the most potent natural compounds for reducing cancer cell growth. Lycopene works by interfering with the signals cancer cells send to recruit new blood vessels. Without a blood supply, tumors can't grow beyond a tiny cluster of cells. They stay small, they stay harmless, but lycopene does something else that gets less attention. It protects the DNA inside your stem cells from oxidative damage. Your stem cells are long-lived. They're in your body for years, sometimes decades. Every day, their DNA takes hits from free radicals. Lycopene helps neutralize those free radicals before they cause permanent mutations. Here's a tip. Cooking tomatoes actually increases the amount of lycopene your body can absorb. Tomato sauce, tomato paste, even stewed tomatoes give you more benefit than raw ones. Walnuts. Not many people reach for walnuts, but maybe they should. Walnuts contain a unique combination of compounds that other nuts don't offer in the same balance. They're rich in ellagic acid, a polyphenol that has been shown to slow cancer cell growth in colon, breast, and prostate studies. They also contain pedunculagen, which your gut bacteria convert into a compound called urolithin A. This is where it gets exciting. Urolithin A triggers a process called mitophagy. That's the selective cleanup of damaged mitochondria inside your cells. When old, broken mitochondria are cleared out, your cells can build fresh ones. Your energy production improves. Your stem cells work better because they're running on cleaner power. After 60, mitophagy slows down dramatically. Damaged mitochondria pile up. They leak free radicals that damage DNA and push cells toward cancer. A small handful of walnuts each day helps keep that cleanup process running. Mushrooms. This final one has been hiding in plain sight for centuries. Medicinal mushrooms like shiitake, maitake, and reishi contain compounds called beta-glucans. These are long chains of sugar molecules that your immune system recognizes as a signal to wake up and get active. Beta-glucans activate natural killer cells. These are the immune cells whose entire job is to find and destroy abnormal cells, including early cancer cells, before they can form tumors. After 60, natural killer cell activity drops significantly. Beta-glucans help bring it back. But mushrooms also support stem cell health through a different pathway. They contain compounds that reduce the inflammatory signals which cause stem cells to exhaust themselves prematurely. When inflammation is kept in check, your stem cells stay in their protected resting state longer. They're available when you truly need them. Even common button mushrooms offer some of these benefits, though shiitake and maitake are more potent. A few servings a week, cooked and added to meals, is all it takes to give your body this quiet, steady advantage.